Grand Rising, wonderful souls. Welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. My name is Bronwen. This is my cove. Welcome in, welcome in. If you are a new face, welcome in. It's good to have you here. I don't know how many times I'm going to say welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome. I'm in a very funny mood today. Know that my readings are timeless. They are for entertainment purposes only. Only take what fits, leave the rest, okay? Now I'm going to be ringing this bell. This is just to cleanse the space around us. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Where did you want me to go? That one or that one? Okay, I'm going to do this in a second. I was going to go for a small deck, but Spirit's telling me to come over here. Let's have a look. See what wants to come out. Choice, decisions, a choice to be made. I was listening to this influencer on YouTube. It just came up in my feed and I was like, ooh, okay, let's listen to it. And he was talking about how deja vu is when your soul has been on that timeline that you're now on, and it is deciding to make a shift onto a new timeline. And it kind of like blew my mind. And I feel like there has been, I don't know if people are having, you know, senses of deja vu, or if they are noticing that things are changing. The way that people react to them are changing. The things that you're seeing on your feed, on TikTok, on Facebook, on whatever it is that you go on a lot, is starting to change. And it's because you have shifted. My Life is Sweet is coming out and the Akashic libraries are open. I feel like there is new information that is ready to be given to you because you are at a point in your life where you're ready to hear it. What is this? What's this shift in timeline? What is it? Wow, okay. So it's to do with becoming a great leader. We have childhood treasures resurface. That's amazing. I absolutely love that. And we also have it is time to become a great leader. So this is passions lead. This is something to do with your, maybe even something that you wanted to do when you were a child, but you either were not encouraged to do so, you didn't have the funding to go to school for it, or it just wasn't, it was something that life just got in the way, fear got in the way. I've opened it on reconsider your alliances and make new connections, and it's upside down. And then you have rediscover your individuality and become the dragon, and that's upside down as well. I don't know if you had a friendship circle, or there were people that were aware of your friendship circle in high school that were dominating in some ways. I mean, some people are introverts, some people are extroverts, and it's just naturally, if you're more extroverted, you're going to dominate the conversation. It happens when you're a teenager, right? What is going on with my hair? But there's something here about someone else dominating your narrative into a certain degree, be that a sibling or a friend. You have heed wise counsel and listen, this upside down, and they led you astray, or they pulled you away from what it was that lit you up. What was it? I will show you whom to trust. This time round, this term, as in like school terms, this time round, you're going to be shown whom to trust. And you have someone here has an animal guide. Someone definitely has like a childhood pet or an animal guide that is going to help you when you do what though? Because I feel like I heard the word visionary. There's an opportunity to create the pathway and to get onto that timeline, to shift onto that timeline that you didn't get to choose before. An elder will teach you is in reverse. It seems like you may have had to learn to do things yourself. I also saw this YouTube short, and it was talking about how many people who were Gen X and millennials had to raise themselves. And the reason why they're so kind now, even though they were lacking in affection then, is because they know what it's like to go through that pain and then to help others. And I feel like this is part and parcel of something that you are supposed to be doing. It is not just tapping back into your childhood or tapping into that part that was missed. It's also opening up an opportunity, or almost like a pathway, a walkway for other people, for other teens, for other vulnerables to be able to cut across and get to their timeline. If that does that make sense? Because you have an elder will teach you and it's upside down, and I don't really want to take that one, but I will take the you must choose. So there is definitely a choice coming up at the moment. I know that my readings are timeless, so it means that I can be picking up on past, present and future energy, and sometimes it's a mishmash of all three. Take it as it resonates. Time is not linear. That is just a construct that we have created in our minds. Everything is happening all at once, isn't it? Let's see, can I get one more, please? Just one. What do you need to know? One, please. Stifled, bored and stuck came out. An attempting offer has a high price. So 2 came out, but stifled, bored and stuck. Which one do you want to take? This one. Okay. Attempting offer has a high price. Why do I feel like whatever it is that you wanted to do when you were younger, the thought of like going back and revisiting that makes you feel uncomfortable to a certain degree? When I was 11, I wanted to be in the army. And I know now why. It's because I wanted the structure. I have, for those of you who are new to my channel, I recently, or this year, was diagnosed with both autism and ADHD, which makes so much sense for my life. And I'm 41. But as a kid, I craved structure. I hated it, but I craved it, and I wanted to be in the army. But I also wanted to be a vet or a veterinary nurse, but my maths skills are terrible. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help others. I wanted to save others, and I wanted to heal others. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you feel called to when I talk about, you know, your teenage years? Now, you don't have to put that in the comment section if you don't want to, and this is really irritating me, that bit there. Easily distracted, as you can see. You don't have to put in the comment sections if you don't want to, but I think it's just a bit of food for thought, because there's an opportunity to actually delve back into that and to become a real expert or a great leader in that area. The fact that as well, and I don't believe in coincidences, but we have Elizabeth and the lion, and lions, the Leo 5th house, looks at childhood, it looks at creativity, you know, it looks at pleasure, it looks at passion. And I think that's amazing, because it really is like the inner teen calling to be let out. Okay, I would like to get a couple. Can I get one for each, please, Spirit? Can I get one for Childhood Treasures Resurface? And I think it's the first time that I've picked up that deck, the ones that I've just put on the row, and Childhood Treasures Resurface has come out in a positive light, which is crazy. So I'm just itching my elbow if anyone's wondering why I have this up against my face. It's the first time that it's come out in a positive light. Now it says here, major challenge to overcome. There is something that needs to be overcome for you to access a part of yourself that gives that opportunity to delve into something that you want to do when you're a kid. I don't feel like this is an external thing. I feel like it's internal. Now we have Butterfly, a change for the better, which with it's time to become a great leader. I'm really excited for you. This is making me want to do like little happy claps, because I feel like a lot of readings that have been coming through recently have been a lot about strife, overcoming obstacles, you know, overcoming adversity, having outside energies wanting your energy, and drama and chaos and gossip and rah, rah, rah. It's really nice when there is like just like a slither of light that comes through the storm clouds and shines something beautiful down as a message. And I feel like this is one of those readings. I will show you who to trust. Clarity, please. Let's have a look. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Okay, so by actually accessing and connecting with your inner child, I heard it's an inner demon. There's something here about hiding away some sort of talent, wish, or skill that you have. And I don't know if it's because you were mocked when you were little, like I said, dismissed, whatever that may be. I don't want to keep repeating myself. But that inner demon is actually just part of your shadow, and you're being asked to address it. Address it. And it doesn't mean that you have to dive into the shadow part of yourself, like, you know, put your nose, the nose thingy bob on, a swimming cap, and you jump straight in if you don't feel that you can. To take your time. Know that I'm not a therapist. I can't advise you. I can't diagnose you. But you have here a new creative ideas, new ventures and fresh start. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is coming out for you must choose. You must choose the new creative venture that you want to go down, because I think the time is ripe, and I keep seeing the word January. So I know that January, like this new year, is when it starts, and I feel like the seed has already been planted. I do not like the quote, new year, new me, because it kind of states that the old you, there was something wrong with that, and really you're not reinventing yourself, you're finding yourself. Tell me about this timeline. What is this high price? What is this tempting offer with a high price? News is on its way. So you may be offered something that seems too good to be true, and you really have to use your intuition here. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Okay. I don't think I want to take any more out. I'm only going to take a couple from there. Where would you like me to go? Okay. Let's have a look see. Tell me about this major challenge to overcome when it comes to like the childhood treasure resurfacing. Because what that feels like is that if you have a dream or an idea of something that you want to do, and say it is completely different to what you are used to doing in your industry of work. It could be like, for example, I used to work with children. I worked with children for 21 years. And then I moved over to doing this. And it wasn't a piece of pie. It wasn't like I gave in, you know, my resignation, and then the next week I was doing tarot and everyone was watching and I was getting views. It took 2 years, I think. It took around 2 years before one of my videos just caught, because before that I was getting 93 views, or I was getting 5 views, or I was getting no views whatsoever. And to get to the point where I could monetize, I didn't realize you could monetize after having, I think it's like 1,000 followers. I didn't know this. So it wasn't until 2 years in, when people started to comment and watch and share and so on and so forth, that I was like, I could be doing this as an actual job. So there seems to be something that you have to overcome, be that physically moving from one industry to another, or overcoming some sort of fear of being seen. You have the World here. Archangel Michael, a job well done, joy, contentment and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. I love this. And 7 of Air, plans that need revision, more going on that meets the eye, poor timing. I think it's also ensuring that you're not making excuses for yourself and going, well, it's not the right time. I can't do it now. I can't dip into my childhood, what I wanted to do when I was a kid, because I've got to do this and this. The only way that you get to change things is by being the change you want to see. And I know that there are going to be people in the comment section saying it's easy for you. It's not easy for me, because as I just said, that change was not easy, but consistency is key. I want to know specifically what this message is that's coming through, rather than me just prattling on. Tell me about childhood treasures resurfacing and why this is a major challenge to overcome. 3 of Earth coming out, the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work and being a team player. I feel that this has got to do with the fear of success and the fear of being seen. And I did a video kind of focusing on that. I think it was yesterday, wearing the same bindies on my face, except for they're not sliding off of my forehead like these ones. Like, what is going on? Let's see. Tell me more about the 3 of Earth, please. Can I get one more? Thank you. 3 of Fire. Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. There is some sort of opportunity that's going to come in, I'd say, in January, the start of the new year. springtime is very important, and the choices that you make in springtime are going to be a major factor in how you go forward, how you are able to get over or through this major challenge. When you think of a mountain, we always think of something that's so massive, like how on earth are you going to be able to get past a challenge like that? And the analogy that I like to use is the one about the mountain goat. And when you see mountain goats that have, you know, just given birth and their babies are literally hours old and they're already scaling the side of a mountain, it kind of puts into perspective the fact that we are more capable than we think we are if we are just looking at one step at a time rather than the entire bigger picture. This is the reason why looking at smaller details can be very, very beneficial at times. Whatever it is that you tap into when it comes to your inner child is going to be, it's going to bring in a lot of abundance, and it's something that I feel that will generations to come will feel the effects of the seed that you planted. Can you tell me, oh, I'm not ready, I didn't say anything. Can you tell me about Elizabeth and the Lion? It's time to become a great leader, a change for the better. What's that one about, please? Clarity. Thank you. We have got awakening, and the number 12 condensing down to a 3. So we've got 333 coming out. We've got some ascendant masters here. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. I feel like there is almost like a slowdown or a decrease in whatever it is that you have been doing for a while. And this seems to be looking at job and creativity more than anything else. So finance will also be connected into that. But it's a natural progression onto the next part of how you express yourself and how you obtain abundance, I'm hearing. You may love the job that you're doing, but there may be it's almost like there isn't as much pizzazz as there was before. There may be a bit of a fizzle now, and that will be for certain people. Or you may absolutely and utterly love your job, and there is all the pizzazz that you need. I haven't used that word in a very long time, pizzazz. But something's coming in, and there's going to, like it says, a temporary standstill. But you're ready. Whatever it is that comes in, you are ready to face. And if there is a major change, it's actually pushing you towards this major challenge that you need to overcome to be able to almost reignite the passion that you had as a child. And you've got to think, children, they will follow their passion's lead, and they don't think two ways about doing that. They don't think, oh my gosh, if I do this, someone might laugh at me. They just do it. And that's something very wonderful and very carefree and almost like liberated that children have, that adults lose. And you are really being encouraged to remember, especially when you start to have changes in your work life or in the way that you create things and connect to God, I heard, or connect to the oneness of all, that the reason why you're having that standstill is so that you can go into that chrysalis and come out the other side a changed person. Okay. Now, the other cards that came out were the Magician, the Four of Water, and the World again. Okay. The World is coming out. So this is like a full cycle. A full circle has been completed, and you're being shifted into a new timeline. Wow. Okay. Because missing an opportunity is in reverse. So you're not going to miss this opportunity. I heard if you surrender something here. So it's the lack of missing an opportunity or having discontentment or boredom. And your eyes are already open to the possibilities. I'm not going to take that one. I'm not taking the World, but I will take the Magician, which is Archangel Raziel. And it says, you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Okay, so celebration seems to be in order here. Celebration seems to be in order. I know I can see one deck that's waving itself like me. Empress. I open it up to the Empress. This is amazing. This is excellent. This is growth. Archangel Gabriel. We're looking at our emotions here. Lavish abundance. Give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. And we had abundance as well coming out with the Three of Wands. There's a lot of threes. I don't know if other people do this, but I've noticed, like, whenever I watch picker cards, I can tell where I am progress-wise depending on what number I pick. So, for example, if I pick a number 1, that's on the beginning of a cycle or a beginning of a journey for me. And I don't pick it because I'm like, oh, I'm starting something new, let me go for number 1. I intuitively just know I have to go for that one. When I am halfway through either learning something or creating something or going on that spiritual journey, my higher self will pick a number 2. If I'm near the end of that cycle, it'll be a 3, 4, 5, whatever's near the end, right? I feel like something has come full cycle, not just full circle, full cycle for someone here, especially having the World come out twice and then having the Empress with a 3, because so far we've had 4 3s come out. Tell me about this increase in material wealth and whom to trust. The Wheel. Oh my gosh, we had the World, now we've got the Wheel. This is such a good reading. It says a time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, fortune is on your side. So you may need to be patient with yourself and with your emotions and how you balance them. If you go through a period of like quiet, or a period where you feel like you're having either less clients, maybe you're having writer's block, creativity block, whatever that may be, because it's going to be very short-lived. That's what I'm getting here. It's going to be very short-lived. And what is it that you would like the collective to do when it comes to this block to actually put us into that forward motion, that everything moving suddenly? You know, a situation moving forward. Is there anything you would like the collective to do? Like, what's the advice there, please? Thank you. Queen of Earth is in reverse. Okay, so it is ensuring, I think, that you are balancing your own energy in respects to how much you're giving to others, because what it says here for the Queen of Earth in reverse is making time for those around you. But if that's in reverse, you're already doing that. You're already ensuring that you are spending time with others, that you're grounding, that you're connecting. And if you're not doing that, that's what you're being asked to do. It says, take the sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. So I think it's being quite kind to yourself if things do not go the way that you think they should have, or if things don't pan out the way that you thought they would. And I think I touched on this on one of my other readings. Almost like looking at the fact that you may have made a manifestation or a wish or a vision board for a particular thing to come into your life in a particular way, but the universe doesn't always match exactly how you want it in design. I mean, it depends, because if it's something small, like I really wish, I manifest that tomorrow I'm going to get a free coffee, and the next day you get a free coffee, that's very simplistic. So the universe is like, provide straight away. But when we ask for something that's a lot bigger, and especially if it is a dream that we've had since we were a child, I want to be a vet, or I don't want to go in the army now, I'm good, I'll pass, hard pass on that. But you know, no disrespect to anyone that's in the military, just my body is not equipped for this, you know, the struggle and the strain and the stress that people go through in the military. So thank you, but no thank you. Something along those lines, or something that's a lot bigger. It takes time to be able to open the right doors, have people in the right place, because you've got to remember that each one of those people that is there to help usher you along your way has also got their own purpose and their own wishes and their own manifestations. That takes a little bit longer. So it may not present itself in exactly the way that you expected it to, but it's going to present itself in the way that you need it to. Okay, so the Queen of Earth has come out here. I think it's staying very much in the energy of gratitude, no matter how this blessing shows up for you. Now, for some reason, I'm getting like pulled back to the major challenge to overcome. I'd like to know why. Why have I been pulled back over to this major challenge to overcome? Should I take this one? Okay. Eight of Air, the illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action is upside down. So I think that there is a need to not self-sabotage when this opportunity is presented to you, that you are grabbing it with both hands. And that came out in one of my other readings, of knowing that you're free to choose. Like it says, you must choose here. You are free to choose who you collaborate with and who you don't. And I know I listen to other tarot readers, and I've heard other readers like talking about how, you know, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You've got to be careful because, you know, if you flop this, if you drop this, there won't be another chance. But life carries on, and if, you know, if an opportunity comes up and it doesn't feel right, or you're not liking the terms, or it's, you know, you're not getting the support you want, it's okay for you to say, actually, this opportunity is not for me. I'm going to open up a different door, because all paths lead to home. All paths lead to home, right? Afraid to take action in reverse. You are being told, though, to be actionable, especially when it comes to any new ideas that you do get, new ventures and a fresh start that comes in for you. I heard, do not sit idle. Do not sit idle and just expect it to drop into your lap, because it doesn't work that way. You know, exactly, it doesn't work that way. The dream of the fool is in reverse. You actionably have to help. You actionably are going to be like that newborn little mountain goat. You still have to learn where to put your feet every day so that you can get through or over that mountain. You can't just assume the mountain is going to crack in half and you can walk straight through. Because here with Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith is in reverse. Follow your dreams and unexpected opportunities. So what is it that's stopping you? We've got a lot of blue coming out here. So this is throat. This is also to do with the mind. Why is there a fear to leap? What's the tempting offer? What's the tempting offer, please? Should I take that? Tempting offer. We have fears surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. But we also have victory, good news is on its way, and public recognition or rewards. Now, I'm putting this down on the last row, which talks about a tempting offer has a high price, and also news is on the way. I think that there is a need to, someone needs to go outside and get into a green space. Get yourself into a green space. If you can afford to go and do like a float tank, I did that quite recently, like sensory deprivation. It's so good. It's so good. Things become very, very clear, if that makes sense, when there is nothing overstimulating you. Someone either needs to get into a float tank and do something like that, or they need to get themselves out into nature and not just I'm going to touch a bush or a shrub as I go to work. Someone needs to spend their lunch break like cradling the bush and like just you know, connecting back into Mother Nature, because this fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, and uncertain self-employment comes right after with victory, good news is on its way, public recognition or rewards. But it's on the last row that talks about a tempting offer has a high price. You want to ensure that when offers come in, and they will come in, whether that is a promotion, I don't know if you work for yourself, you could be, you know, freelance, for example, but when these offers come in, there is a need to be very grounded and very aware of how your intuition tells you on what part of your body and how it reacts to things that you can tell are BS, to things that are actually truthful and authentic and are resonant with what it is that you want to work towards. So it is really important that someone here is addressing any fears surrounding money now as well. I do have down below, I'm actually going to check and make sure that it's there, a link to help with clearing anything that may be attaching onto your bank accounts. So periodically I'll talk about this, like this guided meditation. It's like a clearing transmission, and it was created by Steve Noble. I absolutely adore this soul. Steve Noble has an absolute library of different guided meditations and transmissions, and he works with a lot of angelic energies and a lot of elemental energies. If that's something that's interesting to you, have a look at the link down below. He does one specifically for bank clearing, so bank accounts. You use one account at the time, and he just helps you through visualizations using your third eye and these angelic energies to clear anything that may have been attached to it energy wise, cords, entities, so on and so forth, fear surrounding money, to actually brighten it, because you know we manifest in what we think and feel, and that includes into our bank accounts. And I think it's important, because if there's going to be a slight lull in either somebody's income, like their second house, and how you bring money in, I think it would be very important to have a little nest egg, so that while you are going through that chrysalis, because I can't tell you how long that's going to be for. If it resonates, then it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'm not a fortune teller, so I can't tell you that in the future you're going to be without a job for a month, or that, you know, next week you're not going to have any clients for 2 months. I can't tell you stuff like that. I can only tell you the messages that come through. It's up to you whether or not it's confirmation and clarity of what you already intuitively know, okay? But it would be a good idea to ensure that you are at least putting away a little bit of money each time you get paid. That is just your rainy day. And then if there is a lull in work, if you work a 0-hour contract, for example, and all of a sudden you're just not needed and they can only give you 8 hours a week, how are you paying your rent? Do you know what I mean? There's a need for this, because after this is going to give you the time that you need actually to be able to ground and do all of the things that maybe you are too mad rushing about to do right now. And it will bring in victory. It will give enough space for you to be able to create, to connect back into your inner child, and actually figure out what it is that you loved doing when you were a kid, so that you can connect back into that through courses, through applying for certain jobs, for volunteering, for example. And through that is going to bring in public recognition or rewards. Okay. Do you want me to do any more? No, I've been told to leave it there. I'm actually going to leave it there because I was told to stop. I really hope that this has given you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you are new to my channel and this resonated and you'd like to see more, I would love you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see just that. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. You are awesome. Please know that my readings are closed at the moment. If you do email me, I am quite happy to put you on a waiting list for January when I come back and open them up. To book and just be put on the waiting list, you would have to put a deposit down of half of whatever the reading is that you choose. That is non-refundable if you change your mind. And I also have a membership. Yay me! I have a membership. The membership has a load of videos up there already that will never be published on here. They will only ever be seen in the membership. It doesn't cost that much, and the membership is the only place to interact with me live once a month. On the last Friday of each month, I go live at 8 p.m. GMT, that's British time. We can chat, we can chill, we do a bit of tarot there as well. And when I open up the live, if you were one of the first 5 to come in and just wave and say hello, you can have a free reading from me at the end of that live. Now, the free reading is usually a 3-card pull. If there's not that many people in the live reading, we can make it longer. We can do a longer reading, okay? And the only way that you'll get that is if you are in membership. Now, you can do that every single month. And you've got to put into consideration that my personal readings start from £111 and then go upwards. If you come in and you're one of the first 5, every month you could be getting a free reading that's worth about £111. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, have a look down below. I love you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.